Hi guys, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. My name is Danny, and today I'm going to show you a short lesson about symbiosis. So before I start, I want to say that this is basically symbiosis in a nutshell. It's just an introduction, and later on I will go into more detail and make more lessons going into the finer details of symbiotic relationships and so on. So, what is symbiosis? A symbiosis is a close relationship between two kinds of living organisms or living things. A symbiosis relationship is sometimes, but not always, beneficial to both parties. The word symbiosis comes from two Greek words that mean with and living. It is an important part of the natural world. Without it in nature, many ecosystems would suffer and might struggle to flourish. So here I said a symbiosis relationship. You can also say a symbiotic relationship, that's okay. So let's move on and look at the types of symbiosis. So there are several kinds of symbiosis, and each type is often found in a specific kind of habitat. So below I've listed the 5 most common types of symbiosis, starting with the 3 most recognized types. So that is mutualism, parasitism, and commensalism. So mutualism, this is a mutually beneficial relationship. Parasitism, this is where one species lives on, in, or with another. And commensalism is a one-sided relationship. So only one of them is benefiting at one time. So here I have a diagram with a little bit more detail. So mutualism, we can see species A and species B. So they are both living together. So we have a sea anemone and a clownfish. So the clownfish helps to keep the sea anemone clean, and the sea anemone provides the clownfish with somewhere to live as well as a safe place to live. Commensalism, species A benefits and species B is unaffected. So going back to here, it's a one-sided relationship. So here we can see a whale and barnacles. So the barnacles will attach themselves onto the whales and feed off of any bacteria as they're swimming around, and generally the whales will be unaffected by the barnacles. Now the next one is parasitism. So species A benefits where species B is harmed. And I think this kind of relationship that we all know about is ticks or fleas and our dogs, cats, rabbits. So the tick or the flea will attach itself onto our animal and use it as a host and live there, basically feeding off of its blood. So these are the 3 most commonly recognized symbiotic relationships. But here I have 2 more, and that's a competition. So a competition relationship is where 2 species or 2 animals in the same species sometimes are in constant competition for resources. So we could look at this as the red and the grey squirrels competing for somewhere to live and food. And then the next one is predation and herbivory. So this is where one species will feed on the other. So an elephant will feed on various kinds of plants. A giraffe will feed off of the acacia trees, or the lions will eat the zebras and stuff like that. So let's just have one quick look at those again. So we have mutualism, where it's a mutually beneficial relationship to everyone involved. Parasitism, where only one out of the 2 will benefit, so the species will live on, in, or with another. Commensalism is a one-sided relationship where one finds it beneficial and the other one is generally unaffected. competition where two of the same species or two different species are in constant competition for food and somewhere to live. And then we've got predation and herbivory. And this is where one species will feed on the other, whether it be an animal eating another animal or an animal eating a plant. So I will go into more detail about each of these different sections in later lessons. I just wanted this to be a quick introduction into symbiosis and what a symbiosis relationship is. So I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you will come back and look at my lessons going into the finer details a bit later on. So take care, everybody, and I hope this was informative and enjoyable for you. Thank you for listening.